All right, this is a package that I got today. We're going to do a, so to speak, unboxing. Unpackaging? Is that the right term? Anyway, trash, we'll throw that away. I have two things here. One is a cable for HDMI extender. So that's no big deal. We'll put that aside. The big news is this. This is a card that I ordered from Amazon. Quad HDMI to PCIe capture card adapter. Not much on the box. Has some product information here. Says professional video processing function, high quality industrial grade chip production, super stability, support for simultaneous input of HDMI signals, outstanding image quality, acquisition and output, maximum recording resolution, it's hard to read this because it's very fine print, of 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS, suitable for a variety of live broadcast scene. It's, of course, written in English. Has a link here, a bit.ly link to the drivers, which I've already downloaded. Kind of had a little advance notice on the downloading. And then let me see, I don't have my handy dandy pocket knife. But I do have a little piece of metal here that I can use. Improvise. It's the best thing to do when you're doing impromptu unboxings. And I don't normally do unboxings, so I'm not really slick at it like Epos Fox or, you know, some of these other guys that do this all the time. But there you go, we got it open. Let's see if we can slide this out. All right. And open it up. And here's what we get. We get a very plain looking small CD. We get a card in a static free case. And this is a nice touch. I gotta admit, silicone gel to keep everything nice and dry. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna keep everything here on the static-free surface. And there is our card. Now notice it has four, count them, 4 USB ports. And they're labeled, got it upside down. They're labeled HDMI 1 through 4, actually. 1 through 4. Because I guess when this is in the machine, the first one is at the bottom. And then 2, 3, and 4 up here. So it would go in to the machine like that. It's got a PCI, I believe that's an X1 style port. And other than that, 4 chips, 1 main chip, a couple little supporting chips. Nothing terribly exciting there. I'm gonna go ahead and lay this back on our static free. Put that together. And there is our package with the no name, there's no brand on it. Yeah, no brand at all, just made in China, which of course we knew. But at any rate, the system here, or the card here was labeled on Amazon is ELECTEC, and we'll talk more about that as we insert this thing in our computer and try it out. My very junky desk here, and I'll get all this out of the way. Tilt this over so we can look inside my my system. All right, let's see what we've got here. I'm going to have to remove the card here that I put in for cooling, which is not a big deal because I got it after I got my new video card, which is an NVIDIA GTX 1660. But as it turns out, I really don't need the extra fans because the card is running really well in terms of heat, or lack thereof. So this is our HDMI card. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of the plastic. And I know you're saying, Dr. Bill, you don't have all your oh, there we go. Had it the wrong way. You don't have all your static straps and so forth. I know. It's just one of those things. All right, I'm going to go into a PCI slot. Okay, we have the card installed now. Let's go down here to our start button. And I'm going to scroll down to Windows System. Here we go. Open that up. And then down here on this PC, if we right click, go to More and Properties. Then come over here and click on Device Manager. And you will notice that we now have a multimedia video controller as an option here that has shown up as a device that doesn't have a driver, which is why the caution indicator is there. So we're going to right click, update driver, browse the computer, and the driver is in downloads, quad card. There it is, drive install 6x64-bit. There you go. So we're going to click that. Click more info and run anyway. All right, that was a simple install. Let's go back and look at our device manager again and see if we now have LT8504 HDMI card has a driver. So that is a good thing. At this point, I'm going to close up and hook up the camera to the HDMI port. All right, we are back. At this point, I'm going to bring up OBS and see if we really have everything the way it should be here. One thing I did forget to do is plug in. I said I was going to get off in order to plug in the camera, so I better do that. Making a very odd noise. I think that, oh, I know what that is. Yeah, never mind that. That is the noise of my camera's battery replacement device. I may have to look into that. But at any rate, in the meantime, we can see what we've got in OBS. Let's go into OBS. I'm going to go ahead and go full screen. And we'll go into the properties of my video capture. And here we go. We can see that we have HDMI 1, 2, 3, and 4 from that card. So I'm going to go into HDMI 1, and I'm going to accept the device defaults. Okay. Interesting. Two. How about 4? Okay, my camera is on 4. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to configure video, and I'm going to do custom 1920 by 1080 at 60. Okay. Looks like YUY2 is the video format that it wants to use. So I'm going to go with that. And then we're going to format our screen here. It is very, very dark. I find that interesting because my camera is set the same way that it has been. Not sure why it is so extremely dark. So let me do some adjusting here. Okay, I'm back, and I'm glad I did the check that I did, because it appears that the problem that I'm having with my regular camera is the power connection for the camera. That's what was making that noise. I don't even know if you heard the noise, because I haven't listened to the video yet. I haven't watched the video, so I don't know if you are hearing the same thing that I heard. Kind of a sputtering sound. But as you can see, it's looking a lot better here. I'm on a different port, port 3 of the 4-port HDMI card. And I'm now going to set up the custom resolution here. 1920 by 1080 and 60 FPS. Video format YUY2 again. Color space 709 is what I like to set it to. Color range is partial. Buffering, we'll leave that alone. I'm going to do a configure video here. Interesting. I get nothing when I do a configure video. Alright, well that's okay with me, because I can go into filters here and add in a filter for, whoops, I want to add a video filter. Where are we at? Add color correction. That's what I want. Okay. Color correction. I'm going to bring this over. Give it a little bit more gamma. Now this, yeah, that's beginning to look a little better with a little more contrast. Get that down to a decent skin tone. Maybe a little brighter. Saturation. I like my saturation a little higher. That's looking pretty good. It's looking really pretty good. All right, this is not a very flattering shot. Let me get the the camera here. By the way, this camera is the Sony FDR AX100 that I bought fairly recently. Very high quality 4K camera. Now, obviously, the output, the card, HDMI card will only do 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames per second. But this is looking very, very good. And I'm getting a good, clean audio signal. Seems very clean and sharp. Let me see if I can set this up to where it's stable, because I don't want to mess up my camera. Okay. I'm improvising stand here. Okay, that's obviously not in a tripod, and it's a very weird angle for me. But I think you can see that lighting-wise and so forth, it's not bad. I'm gonna play with the gamma a bit here, and the contrast, brightness, get a good even skin tone, and the hue shift, put a little bit more green back in the skin, and that doesn't look bad. No smearing. It's looking pretty good. Now, let me close this out, and let's talk just a bit here about the card itself. Now, again, I have not synced, I haven't done a sync of the audio to try to see where we're at on that. This is, audio is coming off of, actually, I'm not recording any audio. Never mind. I haven't added audio in. Let me let me add in. All right, can you hear me now? I hadn't even added in any audio. What I was saying is I have not synced the audio since I got the video set up. So I don't know how well it's syncing. As far as my lips, I think it may be a little off in terms of syncing, but there you go. Now, this does tell me something, though, that is interesting, because the volume if I had volume on video capture device 2 coming off of the audio, you would see it bouncing around down here coming off the camera, but it's not. Now, again, this is a new camera to me, the SONY FDR AX100 4K camcorder. So I don't know if audio normally comes through the HDMI or not. I would assume it does. But in any case, we don't have any audio coming from the video card, the capture card that is in the machine. So now, to me, I don't care that much, because in my case, I come off of separate audio just like this anyway, through the Shure SM7B into the Focusrite Scarlett Solo interface, which goes through the USB bus and gives me the audio, which you hadn't heard up to this point. Okay, anyway, I was so into trying to make sure the quality of this card was going to work that I didn't even pay attention to the audio. Sorry about that. So, I am pretty doggone happy with this. I'm going to have to find out what's going on with my regular camera toward that end. I think I'll do a little troubleshooting. I've noticed that of late, the camera is not retaining the time. This is my Sony a5100, and obviously that is a problem with the power. Alright, here is a recording with the new HDMI capture card. Just me talking, standard shot. I've got the Sony a5100 back in position. We're going to be checking the, let me do a little back and forth here for the camera to track focus. There it is, focusing on my hand. I'll back off, let it refocus on my face. That's entirely due to the Sony focusing now. It has nothing to do with the capture card. We'll check this and play it back and see what we've got. We are recording with the Sony FDR-AX 100 camera. We're using the video card, and we, when I say video card, I'm talking about the video capture HDMI capture card. And I've set it up, you know, cursorily. I'll probably do some more tweaking and so forth, but I wanted you to see the response on my hands in terms of smearing, because the earlier video, when I said, wow, that looks good, that was based on video that was being captured from OBS through the screen capture software. It looked good to me, but it didn't look so good when I played it back and viewed it. So I wanted you to see it, so to speak, raw, actual, out of OBS. I still need to do some tweaking, maybe a little more contrast and so forth, but I just wanted to do a quick video to let you know that the smearing doesn't appear to be an issue based on this card. So I will do some more checking, but for right now, I got to give this card a thumbs up. It's looking really good. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, there appears to be no audio coming through the card, through the bus, so to speak, of the card. But I don't care. In my application, I'm using separate audio anyway. I still have not synced my lips to the audio, so I'll be doing that at a future point. But for right now, I'm really pleased with this. I think it looks really good, and this was a very good experiment to buy a cheap Chinese HDMI capture card on a whim to see if it works well. I suspect this card will get more airtime from other YouTubers as they experiment with it, so be looking for those videos. And until next time, the doctor is out of here.